Hello, my name is Mikhail Chernyavsky, online managing editor for the Sacramento State Hornet, and with me is opinion editor Todd Wilson. The election results are in. As of 7:30 last night, the ASI polls were closed, and we have the results in front of us with only 2 of the 5 measures being passed. With Measure 1, with the Green Army, went down with 57% to 42%. Measure 2, recreational sports, passed. Measure 3, with regional transit, also passed, and the remaining ASI fee increase and State Hornet fee increases both failed. Now today we're going to discuss the 4 offices that were filled with the election, and Todd is going to give us the commentary and how he sees the future of what ASI looks like.
First we have President Roberto Torres defeated Maria Garibay and John Rogan by a sizable margin of the vote, and I think students really made the right decision on this one. He has the experience as executive vice president. He has detailed plans for representing students to the administration on key administrative committees. He also has plans for increasing student involvement and student interaction with ASI, really revamping what he tried to do this year, where he admits he failed, and looking for new strategies to do that. I think we're going to see a really good leader in Torres.
And then we have our executive vice president with Sean Smith winning by 51%, just squeezing ahead of Sarah Couch.
Again, Smith, I think, was the best choice in this case. We endorsed him. Sarah Couch is good, but Smith, again, really had detailed plans on how to represent students at the administrative level as the university tries to implement the budget cuts coming from the state.
And then here's an interesting one. The Vice President of Finance, we actually did not endorse the winner, Terry Martin, who won by 59%. Beating who we did endorse was Courtney Brendanson, who only got a 40% vote.
Yeah, and while we did not endorse him, we did put in our endorsement guide that we did feel Martin would do an excellent job in the position. It was a hard one. We almost didn't give an endorsement, and it came down to who had more leadership experience, and on paper, Bredesen had that. So we threw her the endorsement, but Martin's going to do an excellent job in this position. He has detailed plans. He knows what he wants to do to reform some of the ASI budget process, increasing dollars for organization and clubs and streamlining that process. So he's going to do an excellent job. And really, we were sort of half of one or the other when it came to our endorsement.
And our last position is Vice President of University Affairs, which was also a close race, with 51% Richard Nick Allen defeats 48% Juan Carlos and Fagurel. I can't pronounce that last name. I'm horrible with that.
I think it's Paraguay.
Paraguay, okay.
Again, we endorsed Nick Allen, and it was a close race, very similar results to the executive vice president race. But again, Allen had what we were looking for, those detailed plans of action of what he wanted to do to represent students to the university administration and increase student involvement, where Juan Carlos had a lot of enthusiasm. He just didn't have the specifics.
So do you think we have a bright future in ASI for next year?
I think with a lot of the people who were elected, we really do. Some of the people who were elected still need to learn a lot about how ASI works, how to represent students and get them involved. But further down the ballot, you have some really, really strong people like Sandra Gallo, who is the director of business, who really understand how student government works, how the process works, and how to lead effectively. So I think we're in a good position. I think they understand what the university's facing for the most part, especially at the higher levels, and they understand that they need to be a part of that process in making sure that these cuts that the university is facing will be done in a way to impact students the least.
All right. Well, thank you for your commentary, Todd, and thank you for joining us. And make sure to check out statehornet.com for all the ASI election coverages and all online State Hornet exclusive content. All right, yay. That was an all right first video. Did our best. Gonna do the little quiet thing.